The air hung heavy with the sweet scent of freshly made fudge. Chris, the wiry fudge shop worker, wiped his flour-dusted hands on his apron and leaned across the counter. His eyes darted between the three unlikely companions gathered in the dimly lit shop. "Listen up, lads," Chris began, his voice conspiratorial. "I've summoned you here for a reason that stretches back centuries, to a time when knights roamed these very lands." Matt, the sun-kissed hero with windswept hair, raised an eyebrow. "Summoned? By whom?" Chris grinned, revealing a gap-toothed smile. "By the ghosts of Hay and Wye Castle," he said. "They've been restless lately, whispering secrets in the wind, secrets that could change everything." Ben, the bespectacled office worker who had stumbled into the shop after a night of overtime, scoffed. "Ghosts? Secrets? You've been inhaling too much fudge fumes, mate." But Paul, the eccentric 80s enthusiast in neon leg warmers and a Duran Duran t-shirt, leaned forward. His eyes sparkled with curiosity. "Tell us more, Chris. What do these ghosts want?" Chris adjusted his apron, his gaze distant. "Hay and Wye Castle was once a stronghold of power," he began. "Knights and kings held court there, and legends were born within its stone walls. But it fell into ruin, lost to time and memory." He gestured toward the ancient map pinned on the wall. "See this? The castle stood at the crossroads of history. Battles were fought, alliances forged, and love kindled. But there's a hidden chamber, a chamber that holds the key to our world's fate." Matt leaned in, intrigued. "What's in this chamber?" Chris lowered his voice. "A relic, the Chronicle Stone. It chronicles every significant event in our realm. Wars, plagues, love affairs, you name it. And now it's missing." Ben scoffed again. "And you think we're the ones to find it?" Chris nodded. "You're connected, each of you. Matt, your lineage traces back to the knights who guarded the castle. Ben, your analytical mind can decipher ancient texts. And Paul," he grinned at Paul. "Paul, you've got an affinity for the mystical. The 80s were a magical time after all." Paul adjusted his Walkman, the strains of Take On Me playing softly. "I'm in," he declared. "Let's find this Chronicle Stone." As the clock struck midnight, the fudge shop seemed to shimmer. The air crackled with energy. Chris raised his hands, chanting ancient words. The floor trembled, and the shop dissolved into mist. And so, our unlikely quartet found themselves standing before the ruins of Hay and Wye Castle, moonlight casting shadows on moss-covered stones. The ghosts awaited them, their ethereal forms beckoning. The first chapter of their adventure had begun, a tale of fudge, ghosts, and a quest for lost history, to be continued